What's going on, everybody? It's Mike Patton, aka The General. Thanks for tuning in. Got a little bit more NBA talk for you this time. Gonna address a few of the draft picks. And, I've been watching Summer League basketball, seeing how they've been doing, seeing them been handling themselves, things like that. The first person I'd love to address is DeAndre Ayton. Coming into the draft, I definitely thought he was going to be the first overall pick. And he was the first overall pick. I mean, he's a mountain of a man, as you can see. He can move. He can finish around the rim. He can do all those type of things. And he was the Pac-12 Freshman of the Year. And he was also the Player of the Year in the Pac-12. So I expected a lot out of him when I saw him in the NBA Summer Leagues. I have seen him a couple games so far. And I do have a few things that he needs to work on. After all, I will say this. He is a big athletic guy. I think he'll fit Phoenix well, and they're going to surround him with shooters. So I think that will be very, very good for him and give him the space he needs to operate. However, I do think there's a couple things he needs to work on. The first thing is his endurance right now. If you notice, if you've been watching the NBA Summer League, after a few trips down the court, he's kind of breathing a little heavy. He's kind of jogging down the court, things like that. That tells me he's not necessarily in the greatest basketball shape right now. Of course, he just entered the NBA, and of course, the NBA is way different than college in terms of a skill level and things like that. But he has to get into better shape. The better shape he's able to get into, the more effective he'll be able to be. Now, I'm not saying he is not going to be able to play when he's tired, or that he's not going to be able to, not going to have to play when tired. But he's going to have to get into better shape so he can log those type of minutes he wants to play. Because you can't have him going up and down the court 4 or 5 times and you have to take him out because he's his wind is gone. So that is one thing I would say he's definitely got to work on. Another thing that I'm noticing is he doesn't really know how to post up very well yet. Watching a few times in the Summer League, to the couple games that he has played, he's come down the court and he hasn't really commanded the basketball on the block. And if he has commanded it, he's not really posting up. He's using more his arms to post up. And if anyone's played, basketball, you use your hips and your legs and your lower body to get that position. You call for the ball with your hands, of course, but you use your lower body to get that position and box that guy out so you can get the basketball and get in the position that you want to score in. And, of course, a couple times he was posting up when he was trying to post up. It's at the three-point line, and one was way off the block. If he uses his hips more and then uses his arms to call for the basketball, then he'll get the basketball in a better position to score and or, feed someone else or, do what he can do. Second thing I would say is he doesn't really understand the cutting, off the basketball, because a few times there was a guy in the corner that got the basketball. I'll just give you an example. And the middle of the court was wide open. He's still standing at the three-point line or the free throw line. The middle of the lane's wide open. All he has to do is cut, catch the basketball, and he's got an easy dunk. Of course, a lot of this stuff comes with time. He is a young guy. He's fresh out of college. I only went to college 1 year. So, a lot of this stuff comes with time. But the endurance on the court, that is definitely one thing that needs to be worked on as soon as possible. You're pairing him with Devin Booker, who's one of the best young players in the NBA right now. And I think the guy, Mikal Bridges, will actually help him as well because he can shoot and he can play defense as well. So I definitely think they're putting together a few young pieces. I still don't understand the Trevor Ariza signing, but that's another story. But DeAndre Ayton has the tools. He has a touch, which I've seen him shoot, a little bit more in the, inside the 15-foot range. But I know he definitely has that type of range to actually stretch out and shoot further. But first, he's got to get down the basic big man post moves. He gets those down and gets those down consistently. you got yourself a beast. And I definitely think he will, and I think over time he'll get those aspects of it. You know, it's just the little things he needs to work on. And definitely, I think he'll get there. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, if you didn't catch my name is Mike Patton. I'm the owner and lead writer of the Sports Awakening. Right now, got an article up on Zach LaVine, Oklahoma City article up right now, talking about the pluses and minuses of them without Carmelo Anthony. And then, of course, 4 places where Carmelo Anthony could go next. If you would, stop through and check that out. It's www.sportsawakening.com. You can catch me on Twitter at General_MP, or you can go to the site's Twitter, which is at Sports Awakening. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great one.